what's up, folks? We are now back live with another We Could Be Wrong podcast. I got my two guests with me. My man Pop, as always. They got in the wrong seats, too.
Are we? But I'm not a guest.
Right, you're not co-host. I gotta switch seats real quick. That's my bad.
That's cool. Yeah, I like it.
So y'all Instagram names is tagged appropriately to y'all. My man Pop on Instagram meets Julian 1992. Miss Sharee with the Juju butter going on. How y'all doing today? How y'all feeling?
Hello.
Marvelous, man. Marvelous. I'm glad to be back. Feels good. Feels like it's been a minute, but
It's been a minute, you know.
Back.
I've been on vacation in Denver and all that.
Yeah,
Doing some research on the cannabis arts and everything like that.
Yeah.
Well, we got a good topic, I believe, today. Today's topic is going to be on typical black women and kind of are black women angry type topic. It's kind of difficult to explain. So I have a film or a clip from a film we're going to play. And we're gonna see. I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Okay.
I matured some, and in my maturity, I do have a different opinion a little bit about the narrative of it and whatnot. Mm-hmm. If you're on Facebook, please follow us on YouTube. That helps. We appreciate you watching nonetheless. Like, subscribe, notifications, all that. Y'all can comment. We're watching the comments, so we're definitely going to give y'all some feedback and respond back to y'all. I'm going to transition to the film. It's a scene from the movie Dead Presidents.
Okay.
And it's the scene where Anthony's girlfriend curses him out. And we're going to play the scene for the folks at home. Grab the tablet or grab the screen so I can watch with me.
Okay.
Scene, the argument. We could go back to the scene right here.
I watched it like 3 times.
I'm alright.
What's doing?
Oh, I'm alright. Damn. You giving him that money back.
You won't take it back.
Fuck you talking? You better get a shit back to him.
Even if I wanted to give it back to him, Anthony, he wouldn't take it back.
Wait. What the fuck you talking about if you want to give it back? Nah. Fuck that shit.
You forgotten? You just lost your damn job. We need that fucking money.
We don't need his money.
Yeah, well, Anthony, I'll tell you what. You start bringing some real money in here like a real man, and then I'll think about giving it back to him. Until then, I don't want to hear shit. You need to get your tired ass together. That's what you need to do, and stop feeling sorry for your damn self. I mean, sometimes it's like you ain't even the same man I knew before the war. That's who I was in love with. That's what.
So real quick, do you think she went too far saying bring some money in here like a real man?
Yeah.
And comparing him to the old dude?
Yeah.
You think so?
Oh, I think it was if you bringing some real money up in here.
Yeah.
That's a strike against him. You know what I mean?
Because you said you bring some money in here like a real man.
That's a no-brainer.
Right.
You think so?
They wrote that into the script so it can convey like that.
Because I believe a lot of women think she was on point.
What?
Because that's how they talk.
Who thinks that though?
I think women think that way.
How do you think you not playing two men against each other, but you're playing a man's financial situation against another man? How do you think that? How can you justify that? After I just hold on a second.
Wait, I was thinking competitiveness because men have a competitive edge.
Fuck all that. You seen for 4 years I went away and fought for this country. I ain't get shit when I came back.
Forget this. I won't get.
No.
I won't get to that just yet.
All of these things.
We gonna get into that. We gonna get into the sub
all of these
context
things
of
play
it.
a factor. So
But I'm saying just on a notion of her saying when you bring some money here like a real man.
That's what I'm saying. After all that I went through, I can't find a good job. So what the fuck you expecting me to do? I'm
But they
supposed to go
both be
hustle?
rating each other though.
He didn't say that to her yet.
But his attitude, because his behavior plays a part in her. That's what triggers women.
Did you see the whole scene, or you only see the part I
Go
post on
ahead.
Facebook?
Go ahead, keep playing.
So you didn't see the whole movie or the whole scene?
No, I never saw the movie at all.
Oh wow!
But that's okay, because I could pick up on.
I'm gonna play the beginning part of the scene.
Yeah,
and
you
have-
have to have saw it. To understand it.
All right, hold
Why?
on.
Because he was loving before he went to the war and he come
No, you
back.
would have to see it to understand it.
All right, you should have told me to watch it. It's not my thing. I never liked it.
All right, so I'm gonna play the full scene, the part that before that, right before this happens. I'm gonna go back to them talking first. Hold on.
All right.
That's it together. All right, transition. Finish the argument out first.
Wait.
Yeah, well, Anthony, I'll tell you what. You start bringing some real money in here like a real man, and then I'll think about giving it back to him. Until then, I don't want to hear shit. You need to get your tired ass together. That's what you need to do, and stop feeling sorry for your damn self. I mean, sometimes it's like you ain't even the same man I knew before the war. That's who I was in love with. That's who I thought showed the fuck back up here. I don't know who the fuck you are.
So what? You just suck his dick so good, he just start throwing money at you, right?
What is with you? Why you so damn paranoid? I ain't fucking him.
Not at this moment, you ain't now. But the motherfucker ain't sniffing around here, tossing money in your motherfucking face for nothing.
Yeah, well, I sleep with you every night, don't I?
You know, Juanita, that's a damn good question. Come on. Go ahead. Admit this shit, man. Be honest. You fucking him, right?
That's what you want here, Anthony?
Uh-huh.
That's what you want here?
Yeah.
Fine. I'm fucking him.
So, whose baby is that? Don't even answer that shit.
But you're right, I ain't gonna answer it. I mean, shit. You, Anthony, you the big Marine man with no damn job. You know every fucking thing. But answer this for me. If you think I'm jiving you so much, Anthony, why the hell you with me, huh? Why the fuck you with me? What you think I need you? You think I need this shit? Fuck, you can't get a decent job. You won't fuck me. The only time I get to hold you is when you're having one of them silly ass nights.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! You don't know, girl. You really don't know.
Don't you fucking walk away
You
from
better
me.
get the fuck off of me.
Don't walk away from me, Anthony.
Let me go.
Wait,
Kill you, girl. Don't you ever run up on me, ever. Ever run up on me again. I'll fucking kill you, Juanita. Fuck off of me.
All right.
I mean, in my opinion, he was right.
He was right at one point.
Every point he made.
He asked for it. You gotta be careful what you ask for.
What are you talking about?
He said, "Are you fucking him, right?" Is that what he not asked? Are you fucking him?
He wanted the truth.
He
why?
wanted an answer. He wouldn't have believed it had she said no.
He wanted the truth. Why? If you know you got a new dude, what kind of boundaries are you setting?
If you went back to your old dude.
Well, yeah, I'm saying you
Your
got
child's father.
you got another man
She's
in your
pregnant.
life.
And pregnant by him.
Yeah, and pregnant.
By the boyfriend.
Don't nobody know.
Lorenz take it. Oh yeah.
This put herself in a bad position.
I-
But they both put each other in a bad position.
So hold on. So wait 1 second. See, so and this is where it gets
Sketchy.
it goes left, right? He's still showing up here, and he's still giving you money. First of all,
She shouldn't be telling him where the money coming from. How he know?
She should
he
have.
saw him.
Oh, she didn't see it. So
Oh, was that the man with the boots?
So we
Did
go-
you hear him walking through the hallway?
yeah. So
Yeah, pimp.
all right. So you missed. See, so you don't have the context. We have to, all right, pick the screen back up. We have to get the proper context.
All right, why you tell me to watch
Pick the screen up.
it?
Y'all
Why
ready?
you tell me to watch it?
I didn't know I had to.
All right.
I told you I watched the movie. I told you on Facebook.
I shouldn't, but that's all right.
It's a classic movie
Okay.
too.
Yeah.
All right,
that's
we put it in
right.
context.
Hey, young blood. Bringing in the groceries, huh? Lord have mercy. Man, I remember when I was married, I used to love to bring home the groceries. Made me feel real good. Like a man. Know what I mean? Hey, listen, young blood. I just dropped by to see Juanita and Sharee, you know, lay a little something on them. And,
Stop by to see my baby. Is that right?
You know, young blood, I took care of your woman and your baby when you went to war. Now, a man ought to get a little respect for something like that. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. I care about Juanita. I care about a whole lot. But you back now, and I'm gone. So from this point on, you should consider me like a friend of the family. You find yourself in a jam and shit, need a little cash, you come see me, I'll front you.
You keep your shit.
Listen, brother, I know about pride, but you got mouths to feed. Now I laid a little cash on Juanita.
Say, man, stay the fuck away from my family.
What did you say?
You heard me, goddammit. I said stay the fuck away from my family.
See, I ain't the enemy, young blood. I don't want no trouble. See, I tried to be a friend, motherfucker. Surprise, nigga. Big bad Marines. Look at you now. Does she suck you? Fuck you. Make you feel like a man. Make you feel real good. Huh, boy? And she wasn't doing it like that before you went to the war now, was she? Now you getting all that good loving. And you can't even put food on your fucking table. Come on, Santa Claus. Open your mouth and suck this. Come on, I got a present for you. Suck it! Suck it, nigga!
Kill me, motherfucker. Shoot me right now. What you gonna do? Shoot me.
You lucky this is personal, nigga. I ain't gonna kill you over no woman. Don't you ever in your fucking life bite the hand that feeds you, nigga. See you, Santa Claus.
That's intense.
So now a new perspective of what her old nigga's doing.
I mean, me, the type of woman I am, I wouldn't tell him. But I still take the money from him. I'm correct calling him Chauncey. Ain't that his name in the Minister Society? What's his name in this?
Cuddy.
Cuddy. Oh, that's Cuddy. Oh, all right. Okay. I heard about Cuddy before. Okay. Oh, wow.
So you would still take his money?
No, Lorenz, I would still take his money though. But Lorenz Tate wasn't wrong in what? What's his name? Anthony wasn't wrong. And I know we're gonna get some backlash from that. Sorry, guys. But no, he's not wrong. He's not wrong for the attitude that he possessed.
Thank you.
He's not, honestly.
So my thing is, in my experience, in a younger version, not now, because she's about 50 now, just turned 50 a few weeks ago. My mom had a mouth like that towards men. I've seen her. I ain't gonna say too much, but I've seen her talk to men that way, make them feel about this big.
Yeah.
Not under that same context, obviously, not under that same stimulus, but I've heard her talk to people and make them feel this big. And I'm wondering, is just this a thing that, or attitude or energy that the typical black woman has towards black men?
I think typical is subjective, but
Say on average.
Yeah. But a lot of them do. A lot of young ones today do. I see it a lot in the stores. Back in the day, you used to see like maybe 2%. You might see 2 out of 10 girls doing it. Now it's more like 8 because they feel like they can. They feel like the man and some men feel like they need a woman to get like that with them, help them keep them in line.
What you think, Pop?
What I think. I think if in that situation and you have somebody like Anthony that's trying,
but not even in that situation, just the energy that she has towards him as a man.
Well, he pressed
personally, what I feel that him coming back was a bit overwhelming for her.
You keep talking about the movie. It's called just the fact that a woman talking to a man in that manner. Period.
No, I'm showing the correlations, but I mean it's unacceptable. Like what you want me like? You know how I feel about it. That's unacceptable. But it's also unacceptable for a man to talk about a woman in that situation either, because you think about it, and again, if you have somebody that's doing the best that they can, he went out and looked for jobs. There are men that go out and look for jobs. There are men
that saw her character at the same time, asking her who baby is that. When a man asks a
but
woman,
come on, let's be honest.
From the gate. Go ahead.
We're gonna be honest, right?
Yes.
You're a man. Do you have sons?
Yes, I have one son.
How old is he?
12.
Okay, good. All right, so he might be old enough to have sex, right? So let's say in 2 years, right, he becomes a teenage father, right? And the woman that's carrying his child, or let's say think down the line. Let's say he's an adult, and the woman carrying his child, right? There's a man that's coming around her that's giving her money. Here you go. Now, them two used to be an item. They used to fuck around. But he's still in the picture. He's still coming around and throwing money at you. So you wouldn't put a bug in your son in like, hey, son, that just might not be your child. Honestly speaking. We're not even going to use money. We're not even going to use money. We're not even going to use money. Let's say your son is at work. And there's another man just talking to your son.
Oh, I'm not that kind of woman, but to put it, I will go with the first scenario. I'm more comfortable with the first scenario versus somebody just talking to her, because you don't know what conversations may be about.
Yeah, but what if it's like all day?
Talking. But in that case,
What
I
was
just saw.
What was awful? What if every time you go to the store or something like that, you see this guy in your son's significant other all kiki and whatnot, and it's like often.
Yeah, he would have to check. I would give my son some advice on what to do. I wouldn't say check and see if that's your baby though. You know what I mean?
In that situation, you might not. But if he coming around fucking
Still
providing child support,
you don't think that is men that just give women money just to make sure they're alright?
a woman that they used to deal with while she's pregnant by another man?
Yeah,
No.
you never heard of that before.
No.
Wow, I did.
Stop it.
Okay.
You sound like the lady I work with that said she
No,
know a lot of
honestly.
people that died from a crack overdose.
Wow.
Yeah, she said, I know a lot of people. I said, name 5. Name 2. And she
People
said,
that die from crack overdose.
yeah, but I'm just
Really?
saying,
Okay.
I was saying it as an example. Name me 3 people that you know in that situation that they have an ex that they would come around and she was pregnant by somebody else. They
You
would come
looking
around.
at her.
So you was pregnant by
I was
another
pregnant
man?
by my husband,
Mhm.
and my old boyfriend used to still look out.
Okay.
Was he fucking
you?
No.
Was he trying to fuck you?
No.
So
you don't
man-
believe that, and I know you ain't gonna believe it. But we were friends beforehand. We've always been.
So man, you used to have sex with.
Right. Actually bought us a house.
What the fuck? No.
And he wasn't trying to have sex with you.
No.
How much you want to bet?
I believe he probably bought you a house.
How much? No. How much? No, seriously though. How much? Because before the house was already being reconstructed or constructed prior to meeting my husband, and then I got with him, and he and I moved into the house that was done.
I don't believe he wasn't trying to have sex with you.
Well, we wasn't going to because I got pregnant fairly fast, so we wasn't.
That don't mean he wasn't trying to have sex
He
with
wasn't.
you.
He wasn't pressing up on it, but he still made sure we was alright.
If you'd have offered him some games, would he have taken it?
Probably most likely.
Okay.
Most likely, especially the oral. But
Are you that gifted?
I mean, what you want to talk about?
I'm asking. Are you that gifted?
I'm a lady.
Okay. Yeah, I know you definitely.
No, but I do know. But
cornbread, fish, and collard greens.
No, but growing up in the era that I grew up in, it was a lot of guys who just make sure you was alright. So they used to come through, drop you off a couple dollars, or it's different. It was different in my teenage years versus what I see today and what I hear about.
Hold on. I want to explore that. I want to explore that because when I say this, I'm bashing women. When I say this, in your opinion, what's the difference?
In my opinion, what's the difference in what?
Between women from your era and today.
Oh, well, we were more demanding. Back then,
Explain.
In my day, a lot of people went for the person who they knew had the money. If you knew he was balling or getting at $1, they was going after him. He had all the women, the flashy cars, the nice, the trunk jewelry, the clothes, and he would have 5 out of 6 girlfriends. He would have his way with them, as long as it was for $1. It's really no difference. It's the changing of the
So
time.
y'all was fucking them for money, basically?
I didn't have to do that. Oh. That's why I'm so cocky.
I mean, you got a whole house out of it, nigga. You and your husband got a whole house out of it.
It's true.
I said, you a different type of beast.
It's true.
It's your lived experience, so.
Well, I just feel like this. Well, back in the day, the money was coming faster. And the guys wanted to give it because a lot of guys wanted to see their girls, the girls that they was dealing with, look like something or they was purchasing them something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Be it gold earrings or gold tooth, Reeboks, Champion sweatshirts. No bullshit. Like this was it. Because you coming up out of the 80s where
of course.
A lot of people was. I wasn't a teenager in the 80s.
Jordan
jeans, Top and all of that. So when they was getting their $1, they wanted their girlfriend to look like the same. Yeah. You know what I mean?
New York City?
No, I'm from Philly.
Okay.
See, maybe I just have an idealistic way of thinking. I was under the impression. My mom is of that same generation. Women had more value in themselves and respect in themselves, and not that gold digging didn't always exist.
It went down. Yeah, it went down.
I believe that gold didn't always exist, but the self-exploitation women have in themselves, I don't know that existed back then. And provided there was no Facebook and YouTube and all that back then, or OnlyFans and all that back then. And if it was back then, maybe it would have been a thing. But I think women had more morals and more self-pride back then than they exhibit today.
I don't think so. The reason why is because there used to be more fist fights behind that money and behind going after those guys.
No, man, but y'all carried yourself different. I mean, like, I don't know. I guess the difference back then was sex wasn't as down your throat as it is now.
Well, no, because you had more outlets.
I'm just saying though, like back then, you wasn't a proud hoe. Like that wasn't something that you walked around and was proud of.
Some groups of them.
I'm saying though, but it wasn't everywhere.
The hoes was known.
And that's what I'm saying, but it wasn't everywhere. It
but
wasn't
were known.
It wasn't something that you strived to be.
And the dudes knew they had to pay them when they got to them.
Absolutely.
If you got near them. So that's the difference.
So you think that?
Nah.
So you think today?
I disagree.
You don't think so?
I disagree.
No, I don't think that being a hoe and I'm out here as a hoe was a thing back then.
I don't think. No, it was. It just wasn't as widespread. It wasn't everywhere.
Because those groups of hoes got all over the city.
Nah, there was no pride in being a side joint.
That's what I'm saying.
And being a side joint, that's different.
Whole side joint.
Listen, it used to be a man at the corner of my block, right? Well, ain't nothing going on, but the rent was out back then, right? In the 80s, and the jump off song, "You Give Good Love," or "Saving All My Love for You," and stuff like that. It was something. They was quiet.
That wasn't a jump off song. No.
Yes, it was.
What was?
It wasn't. It was a song about wanting a man to leave his wife to be with.
She was R&B the man though. She was talking to a married man.
She was.
She's a side joint in the song.
No, that's not a jump off though. A jump off is a chick that jumps on and jump off.
That's what she was.
So she don't get no money? I've always been confused about what a jump off was.
Not really. No, you getting banged.
That's just wood. That's it.
You get no food.
That's a hoe.
You might get some.
We've been through that. That's a hoe.
You get something to eat. You get it's like the smoke, it's like the drink.
It used to be girls.
You might get some.
But it was girls out like that back in the day. I just told you it was a gold tooth. A gold tooth used to be $50.
But see, but back then, I'm sure in her situation, I'm sure she was getting her bills paid. The Whitney Houston song "Saving All My Life." I'm sure he was paying the rent.
Yeah,
because back then, like you got people
that women back then.
No, yeah, not even just that, but also like we got to keep this going. I need control in this house, and I need control in this house right here. So this is my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday house, and this is my Thursday, Friday, Saturday house.
Men need control in both houses.
Yes.
Right today, even in yesterday, right?
And today, no, but see, it's different though.
Bills
but see, it's different though. The money is not there like.
Right. So then he need to stay where he paying it.
Right. That's why a lot of us do. A lot of us do. And a lot of women are the way that they are now because it's like, yo, you know what? Well, for years.
The aunties taught these chicks how to be like that. But I think that the degradation of from a woman to a man has begun because we don't see value in each other. And then we hide behind these
I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that.
We don't see
I don't think
value in
it's
each other.
that. I think it's because we try so hard to be something that we're not.
You know, everybody's a nut ass nigga to women today.
Everybody.
If you ain't getting it, you a nut ass nigga. Like
it's
it's only
true,
two.
though.
I'm a woman. I'm telling you, I'm looking you in your face and I'm telling you that's how I really think.
Wait, hold on. So you thinking that a dude that's not bringing in thousands and thousands of dollars on the he not out there on the block. Like the guy that goes to work is a nut ass.
No, it's not the guy to go to work. Well, I mean, if they want to classify it as that, he don't have enough money for them. He gonna be a nut ass nigga.
But what's enough money? First of all, that's another thing. Too.
Again, it's subjective.
What's enough money for you? Exactly, it is subjective. See, but what's enough money for y'all? And what the fuck do y'all got that? She not saying.
This is one of your questions too.
That requires.
But she's not saying it's right. She's talking about that's the perspective.
I know. I got you. I'm just saying, like, what's considered having enough money?
See,
that's subjective to the person.
It is. It depends on you.
So if she, so if she like, yo, you know what? Like, I'm speaking back then. Like, you know, if a dude could get her some top tens and some Jabot jeans.
It was Reeboks and it was Gap jeans or Guess jeans and stuff like that. Yeah.
Are you talking the 90s?
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah.
That's when I was a teenager in the 90s.
Yeah, so I'm saying, did you fuck a dude like that was grown?
No. In high school? No. I had a boyfriend that was 25 when I was 17, but I was in my first year of college.
Oh.
So that's why I said. Who was?
You.
I wasn't fast.
17, you 25?
We was the same size.
Don't matter.
Shit.
He was 25.
That's alright. He wasn't smart.
I'm just saying though, he couldn't get.
He wasn't more savvy.
Cause he couldn't get nobody his own age. So
he could. Well, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I don't respect him to this day because of that. Like I don't respect him because now that I'm a mother myself, I wouldn't want somebody. You know what I mean? Preying on my daughter. Yeah.
Right. See what I'm saying?
So yeah, my perception changed, but at that time, he was, you know, my boo thing. Yeah.
But do you think that him being 25 had a lot to do with it? Like, oh yeah, I got a old head.
No.
So why'd you fuck with him?
Because I liked him. I liked the way he looked. I liked what he was doing.
What was he doing? He was selling drugs?
No, he was just treating me right.
Oh, got you. And again, he couldn't treat somebody that was 25.
He probably could. He probably could have. Well, now later on, finding out his MO was young girls. So
yeah, see.
Yeah, he was a problem then, right?
I always tell young girls, deal with, not deal with, but I know and work with younger girls. I always tell them like, you know, you this age. You 15, 16, and it's a grown ass man.
Yeah, that's a
trying
problem.
to fuck you this.
That's a problem.
He'll fuck his own daughter.
Yeah, he will. I totally agree.
He will.
I totally agree.
He will.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I was 100%
Was she old enough
that
to
was the
pour
oldest relationship I ever had. That age gap was the oldest relationship that I've ever had.
Was she old enough to pour the cereal? Was she old enough to get? No.
Don't say that.
I don't feel that way. I think it's fucked up. I despise my barber. My old barber, I stopped getting my hair cut by him. He said, he showed me, him and his wife, I met his wife, she was a really nice lady. She was really, really, really nice. And he showed me a picture of them when they were younger. He's like, yeah, she was 15 when I met her, when I got together with her. And I said, yeah, how old were you? He said,
say it on camera.
I know, but I said, how old were you? He said, 25.
Yeah.
I said, 25?
Yeah.
She was 15 years old? He said, yeah, had me a little young buck. I'm like, you proud of that?
He married her.
Married her.
Yeah, because that's what counts to their family. is the fact that even though she was young and exploited, he married her.
No.
Because that's what their default to is like, oh well, he, she is white.
So I want to object.
Go ahead.
So it sound real bad, but fuck it.
I'm gonna sound hypocritical because it's me and then it's all the girlfriends that I used to have.
So
you understand what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying?
Hypocritical though. It's
no.
not.
So
it's
look,
not
only in America is that like a bad thing, like 13 and 25.
I know, but other places it's religious though. It's for religious reasons.
Not always.
Yeah.
It's cultural too. The rest of the world. The rest of the world is
I think if a woman can handle herself, if a young girl can handle herself, just speaking of myself at this time, being 17 in my own spot with a 25-year-old boyfriend wasn't too bad because I had my own spot. I was out of high school, just got out of high school, but nonetheless, still in my first semester of college. I felt like I could handle it.
What college did you go to?
Well, I was in community at that time.
Okay.
But I still felt like I could handle it. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, I was never disrespected. In hindsight, the age, yeah, but for everything else, no.
What caused you or what made you want to move out so young?
From my mom, I was ready to go. My mom and dad, my parents.
So I have a quick question for you as your mother. This is a sidebar.
Okay.
Sidebar. As a mother with daughters. How old is your youngest daughter?
She's 16.
Alright, so you're coming of age. How would you feel if your daughter had an OnlyFans page?
I wouldn't like it.
Okay.
Wait, you have an adult daughter?
Yes, 26.
So, you wouldn't like it.
And I wasn't a teenage mother.
I don't think that. I
just always like to throw that in there.
Okay.
Alright, so since you don't like it, but true about women getting their coins.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong, because I know some grown people. I know one girl who, I'm not sure if it's true 100%, but she said she made $2,700 for OnlyFans in 1 month. So I'm not sure what she only doing.
You can get a job.
So I'm not sure what she only doing. Like, I don't know. But I would not agree with it, nor would I allow it if I found out her name Charlie, if Charlie had,
I'm thinking she like in a week. I'm about to.
Well, maybe it was a week. No.
It was in the month.
I'm just saying, it was a month. Okay.
You can work at a hotel and
She said that's the amount she was making.
She probably worked at a hotel.
But I'm just saying, for a teenage girl, if you want to consider allowing your teenage daughter to have it, that is a nice amount of money for her to have at that age.
Yeah, but she on there showing off her.
I wouldn't want that. No, not at all.
That's what, and people say, and the people, I want to put this out there too, to people who say, you don't have to be on there doing that, then what the fuck is the point of having one?
Oh, no, that's
you can set up a YouTube live or an Instagram live and talk and put your cash app up.
Not the same revenue. Ain't the same revenue stream.
So what?
It ain't the same revenue stream. There is a point.
But I'm saying though, but it's like nobody wants to see.
How many you subscribe to?
Zero. I refuse.
Really?
Zero.
Really?
Zero. Word to my mother. I don't even have an app on my phone, miss. I don't even have an app.
Now you gonna call me miss because you know I wasn't a teenage mother.
No, it got nothing to do with that.
It was. What you gonna call me miss for?
Because it's
You trying to set me apart? I'm old.
absolutely not. I don't think
Okay.
you old.
I know I'm not.
I know you're
I
not
know
old.
I'm not.
Alright. So back to the topic at hand.
Some young tricks you keep. But we ain't gonna get into that though. We ain't gonna get into that.
Back to the topic at hand.
Okay.
The stigma of the angry black woman. What's your opinion on that?
I thwart it every time. I can't stand it at all. I try not to give it off, and everybody that I meet, I want to make that the last thing that you'll ever think.
You don't strike me though as like you strike me as like the very motherly and make like really good sweet potato pie.
I know I think, but
oh God,
it's crazy. Peach cobbler is my favorite.
that's right. It is. You make that?
Yeah.
You gotta make this up.
I'll make you one.
Yeah, yes, Lord.
I'll make you one.
I come and get it.
That's what I
I
strike
never
you as?
leave. Yes.
So you think it's mostly
That's
propaganda?
That's what I'm supposed to make you feel.
But no, just when you walked in the door, you were very, very, very welcoming. I would have stood up, but I didn't feel like it at the time. No, like you just when you sat down and as we talked, you seemed very, very, very sweet. But as far as the
it's called peace.
yeah, there's that too. An experience.
Well, I would say you're probably mature now. Or you ever like the woman from the video? Were you ever that angry black woman?
I have gotten into an argument, but I would never admit what she admitted. I would have never said it. The whole real man, I'm telling you, I'm not into degrading men. Like I just don't. But I will put you in your place, but just not like that.
Where do you think it comes from? the stigma of
Well,
the angry black woman? And what can you women do to change that?
I think that it came from a man who couldn't handle the woman that he was with. And instead of continuously trying to win an argument against her, he should have got away from her.
Do you know one black woman who's like the woman that you saw? Do you know 2 of them?
Yes.
Do you know 5 of them?
Yes.
Do you know 10 of them?
Yes.
Now,
What?
with that being said,
Is it a problem?
no, not even just is it a problem. With you saying that, couldn't you consider that everybody?
No.
Like every black woman? I'm just saying though, if you come across 10 women that gave you that type of attitude, that talked to you and was they belittled you and they made you feel that small. And as my man said,
Why do you keep going though? Because you know some people won't
This is
take
different women.
accountability.
This is different women. He's saying 10 different women.
Yeah, different.
A guy.
10 different
Well,
women.
I know people get like that, but on a regular, like off the bat, yeah, it is a problem. I would say.
But I'm
yes.
saying though.
I would say yeah, you could. You have
I'm
to
saying
respect
though, but
them.
do you understand why some people would feel like that?
I do.
Alright. Because if you know 10,
Right.
he know 10,
That
I know
can get
10.
like that.
That's 30 women among
Yeah,
them.
but that can get like that.
That's my point though. I'm saying.
They're not like that all the time, but under them circumstances, yeah.
I know, but think about it this way, right? Again, here it is. That's 30 women between the 3 of us.
Okay.
Now, what do you say?
You do know it's some men
intimate-
who create that problem. There you
No,
go.
see,
Who
y'all got
create
shot.
that? No.
Accountability.
I agree.
Men create that problem so that what? So they can bend you over, and then what happens?
What are you talking about?
That makeup set.
Wait, we
They
make you.
create.
Oh,
No.
No, they
I get what
create.
you're talking about.
So you think a man is?
No, they
Is
create
hey, come
the-
on. Say some shit to me that's gonna make me feel like less of a man, so I can fuck you later
They
on.
will. They do it every day.
No, hell no. I don't want to fuck you.
It's toxic, but
If you-
that's nonetheless. it's
If you
still
feel like
happening.
I'm not enough of a man for you, I don't want to fuck you.
She shouldn't even be with him. In honesty.
That's what I said.
Honest.
With him coming back, I feel like it put a lot more pressure on her than she realized that at first. If I know it's a
Because she
movie
got
now,
used to cutting.
well, not
And
only
she
that,
got used to the
well, not only
treatment
that,
from him.
not only that, is
And then
him
she gotta
coming
go
back
back
up.
to this.
no, but yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it's hard to go back to him.
It
right now
is.
when you used to fling me.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. So and here
Why
it
do you
is.
think that girls jump from baller to baller? Like if a dude get locked up or knocked up, immediately she start messing with somebody else who wants some money.
But then they
Because
complain
they don't
about.
wanna get.
But then they
wanna
complain
live
about
that
he never
lifestyle.
home. He got these other women. He don't care about me.
That's just a
He
complete
not
shit.
affectionate.
I give you
and all
an
that.
example, right? I give you an example.
If he
right?
got money, he gonna have other women.
A chick stopped fucking with me because I didn't have enough money. Got enough money. A chick stopped fucking with me because I didn't have enough time.
It was the wrong
So it's,
people.
you just can't win.
It was the
It's-
wrong people.
You just can't win.
The wrong people.
No, you just can't.
You gotta get
Because it's
somebody
one or the other.
who
It's like
understand ambition.
red pill, blue pill.
Uh,
And if you got somebody that understand that ambition, guess what? She ain't got no time either. So now y'all really not gonna work. Because only a person that's gonna understand that is a person that don't have no time herself.
you can make time.
Yeah.
You can make the time.
I mean, you could.
You can make it. Honestly,
I mean, you
can make
could,
time.
but still, it's not enough.
It will be enough.
It
if
wouldn't
you-
be.
if you-
It
if
wouldn't
you
be.
making-
If you have one day a week to see the person that you care about, the person that you have.
Y'all working toward a goal. Y'all hitting y'all markers.
Yeah.
Okay.
But even then, still,
No.
that's too much time apart.
I don't believe in being a
What if the one
woman
day?
all the time.
What if the one day I see you, I come in the door, you ain't getting the shower yet. That's like, damn, yo, I waited all week for this.
Alright, see, I went somewhere left, but.
No, yeah, that's what I'm like. Wait a minute, you better get the fucking shit. I can't stand stinking.
No, I'm being serious though. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like it's like I said, with men especially, I don't know how it is.
Well, if you figuring that both
Okay.
of them is both busy, if one is not busy, the one that's not busy is gonna get lonely,
Right.
and that's gonna create a problem.
But then what happens when
But
you're
if
not?
you had
lonely?
somebody
What happens
who
when I got all of
understand-
the time in the world for you? Now you mad that I ain't got no money. I can't take you nowhere.
But You don't have no money, you don't have no girl.
So now I'm fucked either way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you have to get with somebody who understands your lifestyle, the reason why you do what you do, how you make your moves, and your ambition.
But she's gonna eventually she's gonna complain.
You don't know that.
Come on.
Unless she just unhappy.
Nobody's gonna put up with.
Yes, they do. They do
Not
it all the
for
time.
long. Not for long.
They do it all the time.
Not for long. Not for long.
So do you find yourself compensating in other ways because you don't have time?
Yes.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
But then it, like I said again, it doesn't last long.
All right.
Because now it's like, yo, you know what? I want to go to bed. I'm tired of going to bed at night and you're not next to me. Because you out working.
Working. Not at the club.
Still.
Not in the studio.
Still.
With no record.
Yeah, her best friend, her man go to bed with her every night.
Their relationship is not yours.
But eventually you're going to start to feel jealous. And you're going to start to want.
All right, so Pop is looking for counseling right now for his relationship issues. That's not this episode about.
Shut up.
Relationship issues?
I don't have. No. It wasn't a relationship. It wasn't even an entanglement.
What's your view on black women?
I love black women. I'd be disappointed in some of the shit that they do and say, but I love
a lot of the shit they do and say.
I love them.
He probably most of the shit they do and say.
I would trade it for the world.
So you said about the 10 women that you know. How many fuckboys do you know?
A lot. Just as many.
Right. So now you know why the women ain't.
But why though? But ask me, why do I know that many fuckboys? Ask me.
Why do you know that many fuckboys?
Because for them to get pussy, they ain't gotta stop being a fuckboy. Make sense?
For them to get pussy, right? Yeah. It makes sense.
See, if a lot of women, if they say, yo, in order for me to fuck you, you gotta be on your shit.
Yeah.
A lot of fuckboys wouldn't exist. There'll be a lot less fuckboys in the world.
Well,
do you
that's
think?
not true because
Question: do you think black women have too low of standards?
No.
By large.
At times.
Well, in what respect?
Meaning that this is typical, but it's very real. And maybe it's an immaturity thing as well, to whereas the younger women deal with dudes who just have maybe looks or swag or personality, but they don't have much of anything else to offer. And after 2 or 3 kids, looks or swag.
Older guys. Well, go ahead.
After 2 or 3 kids, looks or swag ain't that thorough. Now I need the dude who trying to build with me now. Mm-hmm. Now you come to the table with 2 or 3 kids. Now I need the guy who's responsible.
Is she taking care of those children? Because you can have as many kids as you want.
Yeah, they her kids, but she's looking for her.
She's caring for those children, and she wants better. There's nothing wrong with wanting better.
But
no, but wanting better.
Why prevent that?
But not only that.
How will she do that?
Easy. You can say, yo, you know what? You don't have it going on. You're not even trying. So I'm not gonna fuck you. You don't know. Honestly,
you can barely pay your cell phone. Why am I pregnant by you?
And I know you know. Don't even front like you don't. There's not women. One of them might even be your daughter. I don't know. I'm not being smart.
No, not at all.
I'm not being smart. I'm being honest.
Not at all.
You don't know a woman. I'm saying your daughter because you said your daughter's 26.
Yeah.
She's pretty young. She's relatively young.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know a woman that has a dude that she's dealing with that ain't shit, but he fucks her so good, so she's that.
Oh no, we're not them type of people. My son-in-law is a real respectful dude. His father helped raise me, so for him and my daughter to link up and be together like they are.
Wait, your daughter married her stepbrother?
No. His father used to look out for me on the street, like make sure I was alright in my neighborhood.
I'm just saying though.
It's not a stepbrother. I never dealt with his father. He was like my
No, my fault. His what would it be? His step grandfather.
No.
His step cousin.
No.
You say he raised you. I'm thinking that
he helped raise me in terms of the streets. No, my parents been together 50 years. They still up and running around.
God is good.
Okay? Well, that's not what I'm saying. When I was outside in the street.
Oh, you was
right?
Yeah, got you.
Okay. He made sure I was good. He made sure no harm came to me.
Right.
So for his son and my daughter to link up and later on in their lives was, you know.
I got you. But you don't know any woman that's in that situation?
That
or you have
would you believe they don't talk to me and tell me that? I've heard it. I've heard it. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I ain't heard it before. I heard it, and it chaps my ass because that's all you want. That's all you feel like you deserve.
Yeah.
No.
So you're like, yo, you know what? We're past that. We're beyond that. We're not even gonna invite that into.
I would not definitely not at this age, but I didn't when I was younger either.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff I didn't have to do.
I can tell. That's why I'm talking to you, not like I talk to certain people.
Okay.
Yeah.
You being yourself though, right?
Yeah.
Because that's all I ask.
Absolutely.
All right.
But see, listen, right? Here's the thing, right? Do you feel like in this situation? Do you feel like not in this situation, but do you feel in any situation? Do you feel that a man should treat a woman based on how she carries herself?
Yes.
Okay. So if I'm talking to you as a respectful woman,
right?
I'm talking to you like how I would talk to my mother because you carry yourself as a no, not like that, not like that. I'm saying to you, you carry yourself how my mother.
Do I need to pop off for this one?
No. I know, I got you. But you carry yourself how my mother carried herself. Would you say me talking to you how I'm talking to you and me talking to you like you was a hoe, if you acted like a hoe, would you say I'm not being myself?
And so repeat yourself.
Like,
if you're
okay,
talking to
so
me,
you're a respectful woman. Like
I am.
So I talk to you how I talk
but
to you.
I got own ways. But go ahead.
But now imagine if you was a hoe. And you talk like you a hoe. And you like, yeah, I can't wait. When I leave here, I'm slobbering dick down my throat. If I talk to you like you was a hoe, would you say I'm not being myself?
You wouldn't do me like, because that's not the way that my mind operates. But if I saw that you was doing that to somebody else, I would be mad. Because I feel like you're supposed to still respect them no matter what. Like, I'm not saying like give, but just respect is due to a dog. Like, why would you be talking to her like she's beneath?
Not saying beneath.
He meeting her at her level, is what he's saying.
But she can want to. It's nothing wrong with sucking dick. It's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with it. What he's saying is that
talking about it. It's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
if you're outward
talking about it, if you're not trying to do it.
Well, I don't have to do it to you. I can still talk about it.
I'm just saying though, I wouldn't want to talk about it.
You wouldn't want that to be a conversation that you're a part of.
No.
Right?
No.
Y'all the only two people in the room?
Yeah.
Then she got to leave.
Thank you.
No. I'm not going to let you backtrack like that. If your outward disposition is of that quality, then I meet you where you are. If I was going to some stuffy place, like for instance, you go to church.
I don't know.
For instance, you go to church or a funeral. You dress a lot different than how you would dress now, right?
Yeah.
Why?
Respect, because I learned early, but
sometimes.
So
I seen somebody come to a funeral just.
I saw somebody at a wedding. Like,
I mean,
it chaffed my ass.
But you have enough sense to say, "Oh, I'm going to a wedding, a funeral, something like that. I'm gonna dress the part, look the part, and all that.
Yeah.
Use your indoor voices when necessary, stuff like that. Because the presentation of where you're going requires that. If I meet someone who doesn't require that kind of presentation, then I'm gonna treat you accordingly. If you want to act like smother, all right, I can talk smother too. I meet you where you at, but don't try to say I'm different or phony or whatever. Because I didn't give you the King's English or hold your hand or be gentlemanly.
Why would you change who you are because of who they are?
Because I'm both.
Okay, makes sense.
I'm both. Like who I am with my friends, not who I am at work.
Right. See, that's why I can get in and out of relationships and not be all fucked up, because I'm not gonna change. I'm a happy person, so I'm not gonna change who I am based off of how we didn't work out. You understand what I'm saying? I use that on friendships, kinships, and even in socials. But I'm still gonna treat you with respect. If you feel like you're gonna be disrespectful, I'm gonna move away from you.
Right.
That's just me. But I mean, I'm not gonna. I don't. In particular, going to like a funeral, I saw this video where this lady was starting to twerk on the main casket. You saw it?
I saw it.
Her family should have pushed her down.
Hold on, but you see it. That's who you are. What's wrong with that?
I mean, you don't do that.
Why?
You gotta have some cool. Like, you don't do that. I feel like somebody should have. You saw it?
No, I saw one where the pastor was like, "Hey man, y'all got some fine ass." And the chick stood up and he said,
the pastor.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I mean, I guess y'all look at it like he's a man, but
no, he got a
no, I said yo.
He's not supposed to
funny.
Yeah, he definitely fucked up. He was supposed to wait till he was off video or something.
Yeah.
That's my point. Like, you can't.
Oh no, I knew the lady was drunk.
Yeah.
She said, "I'm going to twerk
Yeah.
for my nigga." No, the family stood up. It was like, "No, we ain't."
Yeah, that's so much of that. She should have been mugged.
Yeah. She was drunk though. She was hurting.
So like that's what he like.
They said drunk person tells no tales. That's how the true self coming out.
She waited. She knew what she was doing because she waited to that moment.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying? Once she got to, like, okay, this is the perfect time. Let me do it now. She was in her right mind when she did that.
So bring this home and bring it back to the topic at hand of angry black women and whatnot.
I think women that's angry because they've been let down a lot.
So actually, do you think there's a difference culturally? Because I hear the niggas ain't shit, black men ain't shit type thing. Give me a white man.
White women don't like bullshit either.
But hold on, I've never heard as a slogan white women. And I've worked with them, been around them, not as much as black women or Latino women, but even Latino women. I never heard them say
White men
Poppy ain't shit, white men ain't shit.
You never heard a Latino woman say that?
No, all Puerto Ricans.
I never heard them say.
You said they never said it about a Latino, but they've said it if they were dealing with a black man.
Yeah, they probably would.
Right.
It's a white woman that dealt with black men, that deal with black men that be like, "Yo, niggas ain't shit," but she ain't never say it about a white dude. It's white women that deal with white men. I never heard them say, "Hey, white men ain't shit."
They call them cunts, pieces of shit. They call them. They say words.
They say he is. They say he is not shit.
Yeah.
They don't identify the whole male white guy.
They don't talk of us as a whole. They don't talk of them as a whole. They don't talk about them as a whole. They say shit like Brett isn't shit, but Paul and Chad is a really good guy.
I don't think they require as much as black women do.
Yo, they really don't. I'm trying to tell you, white people. I seen white
people. You know what a white woman?
Fuck no, I never dated a white woman.
Oh, okay. But
White
you was
people,
about to run it down.
I'm about to tell you, no,
because
I worked with them. They like them nice ass houses that's like down South Philly. It'd be like 3 couples living in one house, and I'm just like, fucking how? But they okay with, like, okay, we gonna struggle, but we gonna live in luxury while we struggle.
But black people, American blacks are the only ones who are like that though, who will go out and struggle so that you unify. If you go to like the neighborhoods, you'll see 3 generations in one house.
It's condemned in our neighborhood.
I'm saying you're 3, and not only that.
You the deadbeat, or you the lazy, or you the mama's boy.
But not only that.
How many?
Hold on. Before you change, so it's still my previous topic.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, the way the women treat their men in other cultures is a lot different too.
It is. Now that is true.
Now I'm gonna ask you this.
Many of them stand down, but black women do not.
I don't think they're staying down.
Yes, they do.
I would call it being submissive. I wouldn't call it being standing down. I mean, all right. So here's the crux. The crux is okay.
What you want to say? When you said
hold on, I'm gonna finish.
Why you go like this? You like?
I'm gonna finish.
I was waiting to see what you were gonna say.
I'm gonna finish though. So you don't stand down. You bolster up. Nana man leaves. Now you have sons and daughters without a father. And you raise these kids on your own because you wanted
Depending on what the situation.
Because you want to bolster up. Whereas these Latino people, they got grandma, grandpa, father, mother, son, daughter, all together.
Because we're taught.
But you want to bolster up.
As young, you could do bad by your damn self. And you got your grandmother saying it, all her daughters saying it, all their daughters saying it, and now you're saying it's said to you, and you're saying it to your children. You could do.
That's different though. So that's a family living in one house. That's a family struggling living in one house.
But it's
to make ends meet.
But it's a family who stay together.
They're
not so quick to
as
leave.
bad as it is in our culture. In our culture, is if your aunt or your brother or your cousin or somebody live with you, they broke, they fucked up, all of y'all fucked up. Yeah, it's like it's so many labels that's put onto that family because you are under one roof, right? True. There's a lot of selfishness that go on in those type of situations within our community as well. Mm-hmm. They can coexist. In our family, we're taught there's only one king and one queen of the castle, and they even got us thinking that two pussies can't live under one roof. It's just all these different, stigmas that's attached to to the black community that we are actually perpetuating when we tell it and start teaching it to our children. So in order to break that stride, you can't give a fuck about what nobody on the outside tells you.
How about this stigma? How about this stigma? I don't need no man. I'm the mother and the father. I've never heard white women say that shit before.
Wow.
I'm the mother and the father.
Yeah, they used to
I don't need no man.
They used to say it on Facebook.
Yeah, I don't like that. Or that fathers are accepting a greeting on Father's Day. Nope. Nope. Anytime I'm single is by choice. You know, so I'm not into putting down my children's father. It didn't work out. That's just all to it. I'm not the mother and the father. I am their mother. And that's that. They have a father. You can call.
Because I never heard a father on Father's Day. I mean, on Mother's Day say, "Hey, I'm the mother and the father."
No.
There's single fathers in the world.
They probably think about it, but
I don't even think they think about it.
Yeah, they think about it, but they just don't say it.
No, because I don't think a man wants that much.
But we have that's our thing.
A man doesn't want that much. A man doesn't want that much attention.
But that's our thing.
We don't want that many people feeling bad for us.
We happy with, Can't Raise a Man, and songs like Can't Raise a Man. And
but y'all attempt to. Not here, but y'all.
No. I'm not taking that person. What I'm saying is that I've always said that, and I don't deal with women who don't take care and put more stock into their children than they do into their man. That's number one. Number two, I also don't appreciate women who will allow their children to go off into la la land anywhere doing anything, but they want to stick and stay with this man, and you got to monitor every move he makes, and you got to control every movement. I mean, his arm movement, his eyes, the minute that he wake up, you want to tell him what he need to do with his first breath and his first step. But your children out here running crazy, doing whatever they want to do when they feel like it, and you don't get two shits about that. I don't deal with women like that either.
Let me ask you this. Do you
Yes?
feel as though a number of women treat their sons like their man?
Raising a son. I've seen it. I've seen it.
You ever looked at a woman and was like,
seen
damn, get off your son's dick?
Like, what you mean by that?
He taking his shots.
What you mean by that? What you mean by that?
I'm
You
just
gotta,
saying, it's like, alright, like, for example, like, it's a woman that would be like, oh, my son know how to play basketball, and he gets straight A's, and he's this, and he's that, and the little boy in, like, fucking 3rd grade.
Yeah, I don't like the whole posting of the report cards and then kitty girl. I'm like, how fucking hard
Or the son of
McDonald's had a car. E-I-E-I-O.
I know, right? I'm like, yo, come on, man. Yeah.
What y'all kids doing? It's like.
Or and they be more general. Or the son like 8 years old, and he like, my son, he has his own clothing line.
Now you throwing shots.
That's what you wanted to say.
Well, that's not what I wanted to say.
You don't think
That's not what I wanted to say. Let me just be clear. Hold on. I just want to be clear. That's not what I wanted to say.
You don't think that's a woman building her son up for entrepreneurship?
I don't know. I think it's
they call him king. I think it's stupid.
That word.
You don't own a business.
Yeah, because if you're a queen, your son's not a king.
Right. Right. I particularly don't like the parents, and this is men and women, right, who coax the child and teaching them, putting up signs and pictures. They gotta have some type of hand gesture, a movement, or they gotta be doing something that, like the bigger kids do in their pictures, middle fingers and all of that. I don't like that.
Yeah, and I was like, on Halloween and shit like that, you dressing your kids up as like Nipsey Hussle or Ace from Paid in Full and shit like that. Like,
if it's when he got his ass whooped, that's the point. That will make it, because that's a costume. But if it's him at the roller.
No, it is him. It's when he got shot and they got the.
Oh yeah,
No. He wanted to be fucking Black Panther. You made him.
Well, you got a lot of people trying to live through their children. You know, some people.
Yeah, like Dwayne Wade.
Once.
I'm calling the spade a spade.
I can't stand.
Like Dwayne Wade.
Yeah.
Just like Dwayne Wade. Like Will Smith.
You got me with that. When he came out of nowhere, like Dwayne Wade, I'm like, oh, yes.
It's true.
I can't.
You disappointed?
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
I knew I didn't like Dwayne Wade for some reason.
He always looks zesty to me. Like a feminine thing about him always before even that.
I didn't even see it. I thought Dwayne Wade. This is when I.
You think they're pushing it? Or
Of course. But here's the thing.
But I hate
when
Gary
Dwayne Wade. When I seen Dwayne Wade screaming at his coach, I said, "Damn, man, that motherfucker's a G." He yelling at his coach. He like, and I'm talking. He was yelling. Yo, you talking? Like yelling at the coach. I'm like, wow, I never seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he's serious. He's serious. I thought Chris Bosh was the one that was
the feminine.
Yeah, sugary. I thought he was.
Yeah.
I was totally wrong.
That's because of his stature. That's what they took it as.
And when you want somebody to throw you a pass, he would lick his lips. I know. And when they won the championship, he was like pouring the champagne on his face. And the bubbles was like, I'm like, oh, come on, that don't look right, man. That don't look right at all.
And that's the bash of black women. I hate that term, but I can't stand Gabrielle Union.
She
disappointed
me a whole lot.
I feel like I used to love her.
Mm-hmm.
Same way I love Kerry Washington.
I don't take if you have an opinion on.
No, listen, and yo, that's crazy, right? When you said that,
I used to be told that on social media because I call a spade, and the guy used to say that I was bashing men, and I'm like, I hold people accountable, but I am the most pro-black woman ever that you could ever meet when it comes to a black man. I understand exactly what you did and why you did it, even if I get the fuck from around you. I still understand, talk to you and then I move on. But to just bash and constantly drag a man, no, I don't. And as you said, I just want to tie something together. As you said about the girl being a hoe and acting like a hoe, so you treating her like a hoe. If that's what you're running into often, then that's what you're going to see for every woman you come across. That's why I just,
in that situation, that's just treating you accordingly. That's not me disrespecting you. That's
no. Some men treat all women like, let me holler at you, shorty. You don't. You throw a bottle at her.
no.
She could be fucking.
Oh, we know that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just
That's
saying.
a crazy reaction.
You and the girl who rapping Megan Thee Stallion and acting like Megan Thee Stallion, we would have two totally different conversations. And coming at you, I'm not gonna say, hey, yo, come here, yo. Get the fuck over here now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say,
I mean, it might call for it, for you to say that one thing.
I'm just saying, but not, in that situation, but not when I'm trying to holler at you, not when I'm trying to pursue you.
Initially.
If I'm having a conversation with you, I can tell your intellect level. We can have deep conversations. It's not going to be fucking shallow and just not getting anywhere. Every time I say something to you, it's just
Okay.
it leads to somewhat of an argument, or you get mad, or you thinking that I'm always right.
So that's why you think that all women are angry, all black women are.
No,
angry.
I don't think that all black women are angry. All black women are not angry.
Right.
But I see why people say that they are, because like I said, I asked you to name. Can you name me 10 people that you know?
I do. I really
exactly.
can.
Now
But I can name you equally
every black
or
man.
more.
I'm just
very,
saying though.
very nice, gracious women.
I'm just saying though. Okay, so now imagine 1,000 black men. 1,000 black men you probably seen throughout your lifetime, right? Or you know.
Yeah, I do.
Right. Imagine if they all knew 10 angry black women. That's 10,000 angry black women.
Yeah, but this.
Now there's nobody in this. There's nobody. Hold on, wait. Let me finish. There's no man. I can't even say there's no man in this world but there's not too many people in this world that dealt with 10,000 women. So with 10,000 angry black women, it seems like every black woman is angry. I think that's a lie. They calculated. Listen, they calculated for him to have sex with that many women. He had to have sex with 8 different women a night. That's impossible. You'll pass out.
No, so do I think most black women are angry? Do I think most are angry? I think more than half are. Let's say 55%. I think it's
That's most, okay?
Yeah. I think sometimes, a lot of times, within reason. And this is me being mature, and I didn't realize how many women dealt with sexual assault until maybe a few years ago in my dating life, to where every girl had a story about somebody touched them,
in their family,
molested them,
in their family,
raped them, And yo,
Yeah.
all these women have all these fucking
Yeah.
issues. I had a friend, close friend I went to high school with, schizophrenia materialized because she started having flashbacks about a rape that happened to her when she was a kid, and now her whole mind is going. I wouldn't call her angry, but she's a mental health issue. And then she has a culture that's other islands, to where they don't take mental health very seriously. So it's like get over it. It happened as a kid, and not only that, not only is the energy towards her get over it, it's like no support for what's going on mental health wise. So now she's out here lost by herself. You know, like now, I can see why someone who's going through that have resentment and issues towards men in general, not feeling protected by the men who supposed to have loved you from the beginning.
And not only just that, man. Like a lot of the times, you know, in black family situations, I'm glad you brought that up because that was actually what I was going to say. The reason why a lot of black women are angry, but another reason is that a lot of the times, like their grandmoms or their moms knew about it.
Yeah, and they
And they defend the person that did it.
Yeah.
It's usually grandma. I always say it's usually grandmom's brother, husband, or son that did it to you. You know what I'm saying? And you tell the grandmom, and the grandma she want to keep it inside the family. Y'all deal with it as a family, and usually y'all do nothing. The same person that touched you invited to all of the cookouts and the birthday.
They make
parties.
fun of it and tell you,
Yeah.
bring them,
So
who
now,
you with them?
that's
Oh,
your-
bring them in, get them away from them kids. You
That's
understand
your
what I'm
whole-
saying?
But I'm just saying though, this is your whole life. You around this motherfucker that did this to you. You know what I'm saying?
And no one goes through
And nobody,
Right.
no one
nobody,
gets treatment.
yeah, because
And you definitely need it, because I've been in situations like that, not me personally. Won't have none of them stories coming out of our house. Thankful for that. You know, I'm thankful for my father, John Scarborough Sr. He didn't allow us to spend a night out. And he didn't want certain people around his kids. You know, and I'm the same way. So I'm thankful that we don't have it, but I have had friends who have had that happen to them. And you have some who have overcome it, but you have some who still dealing with it actively today. And it seems like it's anger when it's really pain.
And I think that that's the reason why a lot of parents are so braggadocious when it comes to their kids. Is like, cause it wasn't done for me. You know what I mean? Like my parents didn't really give a fuck about. Like they didn't notice me. They didn't really see. So I'm gonna every little achievement, I'm gonna post it and I'm gonna brag about them and I'm gonna, you know, I'm gonna be a proud parent because, like I said, nobody was really proud of anything that I did. I didn't get to hang my report card on the refrigerator. Luckily for me, you know, I had a mom that was, you know, she was proud of. I kind of would consider myself an underachiever a little bit because I was smart as shit, but I was bad as shit in school. So like I would have like it's 5 days in school week. 3 days I would be bad. 2 I might be. 1 I might be alright, and another one I was just really really exceptional. I was really good.
Okay.
So I would get the teacher to call home and tell my mom, hey, you know.
About the good day.
So I get put off punishment, you know, I get taken to one of my favorite restaurants and shit like that. But, you know, I look down the street, you know, and there's certain people that I grew up with that's they've been straight A students their entire lives and they graduate in high school and their mom looking at their report card like, oh, well, that's what you're supposed to get. You better not hang that shit on my stainless steel refrigerator. Put it in the room.
Or the sunlight.
Yeah.
I had the first part and the second part. My mom thing was, I don't have any dumb kids, so why would you not get on honor roll? Only thing you have to do is go to school and come home. You have no other responsibilities.
Right, that's my children.
So you better be on honor roll. I don't have any dumb kids. But our awards, she was proud of that. My mom has a picture bag of all our awards till this day that we got. I can go to my mom's picture bag.
Awesome.
It's a huge duffel bag. I can find awards from 4th grade, writer of the month and shit like that.
Okay.
So I had a portion of that, not the evil part that you had. That's just evil. That
I don't like this.
That you don't hang up no kids' accomplishments, but you have entire requirements of them.
Yeah.
That's evil.
So a lot, man. A lot.
But I think what you said is dope too. It's more pain than anger. But my thing is this: at what point in your life do you take responsibility to say, you know what? I'm such and such years old.
When you get help
I need
for
some
it.
kind of treatment.
You know, they straighten up in front of certain people.
When you get help
That's
for
what
it.
I see.
I say when you get help for it.
Really.
Yeah, when you have certain conversations.
I think that's with certain people
Yeah.
because Like they might calm down. If they go to therapy, they might unravel and unfold some things within, and they're comfortable with talking to their therapist, so they don't feel judged.
Mm-hmm.
But then they can't go talk to their cousin because they're going to feel judged. It's going to bring the feeling back of what is that feeling called when you feel like you can't talk to them, so you're going to avoid them, so you feel isolated again, right? But if somebody who understands, just because, not because they've been through it, but just because they understand what you're dealing with, it's easier for you to talk to them. You are different with them. There's somebody else come along and they could exude some type of behavior that the person who did something to you, and it triggers, it comes right back.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, you off to the races again in anger or in some type of standoffish.
But in that situation, it would have to be both parties. You know what I'm saying? Like
what? Both parties, the person who
both
did
parties,
the molesting,
yeah.
and the molested.
Yeah, definitely.
You
And
know,
it would have to be a conversation that takes place between,
you have
both
to
parties.
admit it
Again,
first.
that too. And to black families, like stop letting time be your apology.
Yeah, and there's a lot of black men that's walking around, disgruntled and upset that be touched too.
Yeah.
And
I'm not going to give I give it off camera, but like, yeah, it's happened to a lot of us,
But
older woman in the family.
For us in our age group, right,
or
in our era, right, it was happening to a lot of foster children, and it was happening to a lot of children whose parents were on dope and drugs because they had to stay with other families.
I give you an example real quick, right? I give you one example. When I was young, I probably was like 6. My sister had a friend. I'm not going to name her name, but her friend used to call me her boyfriend. She used to let me kiss her all on the cheek and shit like that.
You were 6 too?
Yeah, she wasn't 6.
Oh, I'm just saying.
Her friend was like 16.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
How old are you?
Like 6.
Oh.
Yeah. Her friend used to call me her boyfriend and shit
Okay.
like that. And she would come here, that's my man. Come give me some love. Come here, baby. Oh, I can't be talking to no other men because my boyfriend's sitting right here. Shit like that. Like, things that we thought was funny and cute back then. Like, shit kind of, it affected me in more ways than I realized it. And I realized, let's see, like, as an adult, I realized the type of shit that I went through. It did something to me when I remember, like, I remember being 13, giving a 27-year-old woman my phone number and telling her to call me. Now, what the fuck is she
You was always the same height and everything?
Sort of, yeah. I probably grew a couple inches, but
okay.
Yeah,
Because
but I
you were
told her, no, they knew I was, I'm telling
13,
you.
a 27-year-old.
Yeah, 27. I went after grown women. I went after older women. That was my thing, older women. But it's because, like I said, I've been dealing with fucking older women my whole life. To where, like, I'm.
And it's no difference with the anger levels from a younger woman.
But see, it's a difference. See, I wasn't really angry. Shit that happened with me, I liked it. I welcomed it. Like, I wanted, like, yeah, go ahead and do that thing. It tickles, but I like it. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And this person was like 15, and I'm like 7. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize that it damaged me. I'm thinking, like, I don't understand how people can get upset when this happened to me, and I thought, like, yo, you know what? It did affect me.
You know what? Now you see that, I was in 4th grade. That's when I first said this. And she was older.
I was younger than that. I was 8.
Y'all
Shout out if you're watching this, shout out my cousin Rodney. I was 8 years old. It was the night I met Allen Iverson at TGI Fridays. He was a fucking dickhead, man. And I had his jersey on. He was mean as shit. I had his jersey on. I had braids in my hair. And it was a bunch of people sitting at this table just rapping these songs. And time for the purple. They always rapping and having a good time. So Rodney was an asshole too. He was dumb because he ordered a drink. He's like, I want a pina colada something. So they bring it to him and he tasted it. He said, this is not pina colada. And she said, well, what does it taste like? He said, it kind of tastes like pineapple. She said, pina colada is pineapple and coconut, right? So Allen Iverson come walking in the door and I'm like, oh shit, it's Allen Iverson. So he takes me over and I'm like, Allen Iverson, you're one of your biggest fans. Could you sign my jersey? He looked at me and was like, no. And walked off. And I just sat there and cried.
Oh, wow.
I was like, yo, it's Allen Iverson. It's never said it. It was the day before my. It was the day before my 8th birthday. Rodney took me by the hand. He took me by the hand. There was a woman sitting at the far end of the table, the party table that they were having, and she had on a wife beater that was spray painted on. And he said, "Listen, it's my young boy Pop birthday. Show me titties." She showed me him.
Oh, like Rick James.
She showed me him.
2 thumbs.
Listen, if I call Rodney right now, he will confirm that story.
Okay, I believe you. You don't have no reason to lie.
Yeah, no, it's a true story.
Yeah.
So mine's a little bit more innocent. I was like 3rd or 4th grade. Had older cousins in Jersey, and it's kind of I was living in Jersey for the school year, and the people who live across the street, their parents went on a trip when they left town, so they had like a Christmas party. My cousin's at least 4 or 5 years older than me. I'm the only one who went to 3rd grade this Christmas party. I was like teenagers or what have you.
Okay.
So at the back room, it's a bunch of guys and there's 2 girls in the bed, and they're trying to bring their titties. Bring me in the room, put the mistletoe over it, my head between both titties and whatnot. Suck a nipple and everything. 3rd or 4th grade. And I'm thinking, that's probably why I love titties now. I was like, anyone who got big titties, I want to see them. Like, you got nipple rings, interesting areolas. I just love titties. Like, a nice ass is cool, but I am infatuated with a nice pair of titties.
Okay.
That's probably why.
I have none. I don't have none. None like that. I mean, Iverson, yeah, we met, but he was never mean to me. So every time
my aunt cursed me out on Fridays on City Day. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt said he was in there and she went there and tried to ask for autograph. He said, "No, I'm not doing autograph."
Yeah, we didn't bother him for that. After we was playing pool, our sticks collided because we both went for like similar shots. A friend of mine used to cut his hair, so and everybody was friends back then. So our sticks collided, but he liked one of my girlfriends at one time. She was mean to him too. Didn't matter. No. I don't have none of them stories. I don't have none of them. My start with guys and anybody that was older was at 17. That was it. I don't have none of them. My father didn't let us out. We had homework out for 3 hours.
Let me ask you this as a mother.
Yes.
Since you have sons, if they like it, is it still molestation?
Yes.
Like, can you like being raped?
Some people, they said you call it rape if you nut, but yes, you can. Because, I mean, truthfully, it's even if it's the same age or if it's an older age, because it's about the aggressor and the prey. So yeah, that's what makes it illegal.
Silly question. Can someone with a mental health diagnosis, like not regular mental health diagnosis, what's it called? Down syndrome. This is totally off a cuff, but I just asked him this silly ass shit. Can someone with Down syndrome do porn?
No, nigga. No. Fuck no, bro. Nobody with no type of mental health issues can do porn, bro.
I mean, it's funny though, because I kind of like look at certain.
No, that's fucked up, yo. That's fucked up. Wait. No, the most fucked up porn I ever saw was a dude jerking off on a cancer patient's head, man.
Oh no. I watched the midgets, but. And I like to listen to it on silent because I don't like that. It sounds like a little fucking bad, like little lambs and shit. Like, I don't like that sound. But can somebody put down? Dude, I will hope not. I will hope not.
You can't consent.
No.
Like, there's Down syndrome porn. Hold on, I'm about to look this shit up.
They got all that shit.
I'm about to look this shit up.
Go to X and it's like no.
You probably,
I've never watched a midget porn before. That shit is gonna be hilarious. I can't even watch it now. It's gonna be hilarious. The voices. And I know the voice she's talking about too.
Type the word in. Is that it?
Who's retarded porn?
It's just not politically correct, but yes.
I don't believe that shit.
Okay.
Is it really a thing?
Hold on, it's saying
It's one
Sandra Bullock's big sister with Down syndrome.
It's one friend though, a girl I see every once in a while. She looks like she's slow. She's black. I think she's spaced out, and she's got like this blank look on her face. And every time I look and say, I can't even watch it. Like,
oh, I seen one where one of them was acting like she was a little girl and shit, and she was like, "Hi, Mister." But I wasn't liking that shit.
That's
too
creepy
much.
as shit.
That's too much. I mean, if you grown, you can watch it. You can do what you want to do when you watch it. You know what I mean? But I don't watch no kids or the girls who look like kids. Some of them Japanese girls be looking like kids and they shave their face out and shit like that, but or shade out the genital area. But I stick with Force.
So
that's the ones I like to watch. Force, midget, type that.
Force and midget, rape and porn midget.
Oh my god.
Ew, that's what.
Yo.
Alright, I'm gonna end this stream.
Oh no, that's fucked up. Yo!
I don't wanna see.
Yo, she tried to no.
Cause they get some kind of feeling out of it too. You ever see two of them together? It's like
people with Down syndrome?
Like
no, man.
Any of that.
I'm gonna end this stream because we've killed the topic. We went somewhere else.
You know, it's probably gonna always be like that. The reason being is because it's always different branches of a topic. And there's other places that you can go with the topic, especially when somebody makes a remark, because then something, taps into you.
I got something interesting for y'all next time we do this prank. I don't know. I had a couple interesting clips. Are you familiar with Patrice O'Neal?
Yes.
You know Patrice O'Neal?
He was a comedian. Yeah.
Yes. He's like my life coach. So I'm going to put, as a woman, I need some other women here too. So you know some other girls, especially with different age demographic. I want to bring them in for sure.
What's that topic?
I'm just going to play. I want no one to be prepared for. I want to play his clip and see how the raw reaction to it is.
Okay.
So on that note, I'm going to thank everybody for coming in, tuning in, all our YouTube viewers, not that many, but all our Facebook viewers. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the love and support. This is the We Could Be Wrong podcast.
Yes.
Y'all have a good one.